Hi there, it's Deja from CrochetEverAfter.com, and this tutorial is going to cover how to increase in treble crochet when you're working in the row. Okay, I'm going to show you how to increase in treble crochet when you're working in rows and some things that you can do when you use that stitch. So right here I've made kind of a little increasing beginning chain of 4 treble crochets. My chain 4 is of course one of my treble crochets. So I'm turning my work and I want to increase into these center 2 stitches here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 4 first to get the height for my stitches, and that's going to count as my first treble crochet, which means I don't work into this very first stitch. That stitch, like on a single crochet, I would work into, but because this counts as my very first stitch, I don't need to work into that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase into this next stitch. So to increase, all you simply do is 2 treble crochets in 1 stitch. So I'm going to yarn over twice and insert my hook into my next stitch, yarn over and pull up the loop, and then work my treble crochet by taking 2 loops off at a time. So I do that 3 times and I have finished my treble crochet. Now I'm going to increase in this stitch by doing another treble. I yarn over twice again, and then I just insert my hook right back into that stitch. I yarn over and pull up that loop, and then finish this treble. Yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2, yarn over, pull through the third 2. So now I've increased this row by 1 stitch. I'm going to increase the next stitch by 2 again. So I'm going to yarn over twice and insert my hook into that stitch, and then pull through and finish off that treble. And then I'm going to increase again by going right back into that stitch and finishing off that treble. And then I'm just going to do a regular treble crochet into my chain 4 here. Now, by placing your trebles or your increases in different areas of your project can result in different patterns emerging. If I place my trebles on the edges evenly on both sides, I can make a triangle. If I place my trebles just in the center of my work, I can make almost it's almost making like a triangle, but it's more of like a squared edge triangle. Or if I wanted to, if I increased in every single stitch across, as many as I wanted to, 2, 3, 4 into 1 stitch, I can create a ruffle. So let me put 3 into each of these stitches, because increasing can be more than 2. Depending on what your pattern tells you is how many increases you're going to do in each stitch. So if the pattern just says increase, check your abbreviations or your special notes at the beginning of the pattern, and it should tell you how many you're going to be putting into each stitch for an increase. Or the pattern just may say treble 3 times in your next stitch, or treble 4 times in your next stitch. If you're working in edging, yarn over twice. If you're working in edging and you're placing more than 1 treble in each stitch, you can make a ruffle. So this is just a beginning of my ruffle, but as you can see, it starts to curve because I'm placing so many trebles into a limited amount of stitches. So I can create just a subtle ruffle by putting 2 in each stitch across, or I can create a really maximum ruffle by putting lots and lots of trebles into each stitch. So there are different techniques that you can create with just this simple stitch, but that's how you're going to increase in treble crochet when you're working in a row.